Hey guys, Lethal Leslie here, and today I'm going to be bringing you 5 things you didn't know about Days Gone. Well, hopefully there's at least 1 or 2 that you didn't know in here. Obviously that's supposed to be one of those intriguing titles, and that's why I've called it that, but you may know some of these tips, you may not. Let me know in the comment section down below just how many of the tips you did know. Anyway, let's get straight into the tips with tip number 1, and this involves ammo at the merchant. So let's go to this merchant here and see what our ammo options are. Actually, what I'll show you beforehand is I actually expended all my ammo in all 3 of my guns before coming here to obviously show you this tip. So you can see I currently have no ammo for 2 of the LMGs, or well, 2 of the big capacity guns. Sorry, they're not both LMGs. It's the RPD and it's the Chicago Chopper, as well as the SMP-9. So those are the guns. They do carry a lot of ammo, but this is a little tip to not waste your credit when you can actually fill up all the ammo capacity for a really good price. So anyway, let's press square and you want to go to supplies. Now he's going to offer you to fill up your ammo here. He's going to offer you 660 for the submachine gun. He's going to offer you 780 for the machine gun ammo. And then he's going to offer you 195 for the sidearm SMG ammo. So that's going to come up to a total of, let's say, 1,600 credits or thereabout. Now there is a way that you can fill them for so much cheaper and 3 times over for 400 ammo. So if you go to your saddlebag ammo here, we can fill a whole saddlebag for 800 credits. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. We're going to buy that. That's 800 credits. That's already half the price. But then you get to fill it twice. So if we go ahead and fill here now from the saddlebag, you can see we actually get full ammo on everything. Not just that, it actually loads the guns for us as well. So never ever buy those little ammo options that it shows you there, because they are not needed. You can go ahead and do it like this. Fill your ammo far cheaper for 400 credits. I keep wanting to say dollars or cents or something. For 400 credits instead of spending 1,600 for the exact same ammo if you buy it individually. Now that is what I like to call a bargain. Now, number 2 on the list, guys, has to do with breakers. Now, we all know these things can be a right pain in the ass. They chase you around, they're fast. If you don't have a lot of stamina, they will cause you a lot of problems. We have a screamer there as well. Uh-oh. She might cause me a lot of problems as well. Yeah, so these can be a right pain in the butt. But did you know you can actually one-shot them if you use the right arrows? So you want to use the incendiary bolts. Obviously, you might have to wait until you can actually get your hands on these. But if you use these bolts, you can actually one-shot the breakers. So I want to make sure I get a headshot here. And I haven't actually one-shotted him. And now I have one-shotted him. There you go, guys. So you actually one-shot them with a bolt. Obviously, sometimes you won't do the full damage, as you can see there. Sometimes you will actually do the full damage straight away, and they will just instantly die. But if not, they will just burn to death. So there you go. He's burnt to death. We get a breaker thing. And that is the easiest way I have found to deal with these so far, is by actually just one-shotting them in the head. Job done, move on, and don't waste a whole load of ammo on them, which you actually can end up doing if you decide to shoot them. The third thing on the list has to do with the NERO checkpoints, guys. We all know that if you're in a NERO checkpoint, you need to light it up and get the power back on, but you need to cut off all the speakers first, otherwise it's going to attract a lot of people. Now that is not the tip. The tip is how to find all the speakers easily. So I'm just going to cut this one off here, and I'll show you exactly how to find these easily now. You want to find the generator that you need to power up, and if you look up, the generator has wires to everything that it is going to power up. So just follow the wires and you will find the speakers. So let's follow this one out here, and as you can see, this is for some lights at the start here, and this actually has some speakers. So we'll go ahead and shoot those speakers off now, and we'll head back. And if you follow every single wire, you can guarantee yourself that you're going to get rid of all the speakers. So there you go. You can see I've got all the speakers now for this NERO site, so when I do power it up, I won't have any trouble whatsoever because of that. So that should help you avoid being swarmed when you're trying to do these NERO checkpoints. The next thing I want to talk about, guys, is looting, and I find the best way to loot on this game is by going to one NERO center, clearing it out, and then going to another NERO center. Because if you didn't know, in NERO centers and other places like ambush camps, the loot will respawn, so you'll be able to get it on more than one occasion. So once you've looted it once, you will be able to loot it again and again and again. Not straight away, you do have to wait a certain amount of time for it to reset, but you can always go back when you're low on loot and then loot again. And I find that this is the best way to loot in the game. So if you were to loot one NERO center, you could then just fast track to another one, loot that place, and before you know it, you've got all the loot you need. If you need it for a mission or a horde or something like that, you've got all the loot you need after 1 or 2 NERO centers. And the beauty of it is the NERO checkpoint always has fuel there for you already. So if you know where the fuel is, it's going to be an easy place to fuel up and then fast travel to the next one. In my opinion, that's the best and most effective way to loot on Days Gone. You can get all the stuff you need really fast. And now let's move into my final thing that I'm not sure if people will know. Now this, for me, this is probably one for the hardcores. This is probably one that not a lot of people are going to be like, what? Why is he telling us this? We don't really care. But for me, this was one of the things I was quite buzzing when I found this. I thought, wow, what a touch by the developers, in my opinion. One of the best things I've seen in a game when it comes to the map. And I'm already on the map, so I'm in the exact right place that I need to be. I need to zoom right out, really. And did you know that the map is actually a 3D scale model of the actual real map? It's a small model of the map. As you can see, it's actually 3D. I don't know if you can tell when you go over mountains and stuff, you can actually see that it's 3D. It's actually to scale. It's a to scale 3D map. I've never seen a map like this before. I'll show you here as well. This is a good place you can see. You can see it getting deeper in. It's really cool. If you zoom in on the map, you can have a look at the map in 3D scale. I'm not sure if like as much people are going to be interested in knowing this, but for me, this was something I found out and I thought was so cool when I figured out that it's actually a 3D to scale. That's detail for you there, and it's a detail I really enjoyed. With that being said, anyway, I'm going to leave the video there. If you liked the video, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, as always, and take it easy.